Okay, Greater Bay Area small business owners, this episode is for all of you that are in traditional retail. The next 120 days are absolutely critical for your survival. You got to make it through it. So we have 3 awesome resources that you need to be tapping into. Plus, we have an awesome interview with the founder of the San Francisco Small Business Alliance. So get ready, let's go. Okay, business owners, I want to explain why the 120 days is so critical for all of you, especially those of you in traditional retail. So we have basically 60 days essentially before the holidays. So you have 2 months to generate the sales. And for many of you, that's anywhere between 30 to 50% of your annual sales take place during that time. Say, for instance, that does not go as planned. You basically have January and typically February to have that sidewalk sale, to have that clearance sale. But if that does not go as planned, just due to consumer habits and COVID and the unpredictable climate that we're in, that spells, in a traditional year, that can be a make it or break it situation. Throw in the fact that we are dealing with a pandemic, and that makes these 4 months extremely critical for you as a business owner. It very well may determine whether your doors are closed come February, March. So I want to make sure that in this segment, it's a great segue into giving you the 3 top resources that are legit, that actually are legitimately looking out for you. So great segue into number 1 is the Small Business Development Center that is in your community. There's typically one within each county or region. They offer free in-depth business advice on just about every topic possible, from lease renegotiation, HR, cash flow, operations, inventory control, marketing, e-commerce, you name it, rent relief. They have business professionals that guide you at a very forensic level, very in-depth. So tap into that resource. Call up your local SBDC. Do not wait, do it now. So that's resource number 1. Resource number 2 is definitely check into your local economic development office. Many times they are both at the city level as well as the county level. I know in Santa Cruz County, as well as the city of Santa Cruz, their EDOs, or economic development offices, off the charts awesome. So many amazing programs set up to help local businesses. And I know San Mateo County has the same type of setup. So definitely check into your EDO, your Economic Development Office. The third setup, or the third resource, is really check out bryceroot.com. We've done so many of these videos and so many interviews, and we have so many resources cataloged in our library that basically when you land on bryceroot.com, there's a search window. And basically type in any marketing or business related topic that you want to learn more about, and all sorts of results are going to pop up. So take advantage of those 3 legit resources. Just because there are not that many out there that can really customize the help that you need for your personal situation with your business. So that is maybe a good segue into our next segment, which is with our interview with the founder of the San Francisco Small Business Alliance. So the local businesses here in San Francisco have banded together. They've taken things into their own hands just because people are not listening to them. So they're forming one voice. And so we're going to talk with Rory Cox. He is just awesome to work with. He is on top of it. So stay tuned. We're going to talk with Rory in just a second.
Hi, this is Rory at YUBALANCE here in San Francisco, California. I'm the founder of the San Francisco Small Business Alliance. I just wanted to introduce you to the fact that San Francisco small business community is absolutely devastated, with 50% of our small businesses closing permanently to date here at the beginning of November. We'd really appreciate it if you guys could come on a walk with us and see what it's like to be a small business owner here in San Francisco. Here we are in the heart of Noe Valley on 24th Street, one of the busiest and best, most vibrant small business corridors in San Francisco. Unfortunately, I just walked down 3 or 4 blocks and there was about 6 spaces that were vacant and for lease. And as you can see, this space here is closing and will soon be for lease. The realities that we're facing here as small business owners in San Francisco, as many of you know, 50% of our small businesses have closed permanently here locally in San Francisco. My business personally lost 80% of our members within 5 days of the pandemic starting. I know other people that have lost 90% of their members of their studios that are closer to downtown. On top of that, you have staggering unemployment rates here in San Francisco. 135% more people are filing for unemployment than at the peak of the Great Recession a decade ago. And so the idea that we're supposed to be, small business owners are on the hook for paying these back rents when we were forced to close for 6 to 8 months, it seems ludicrous that we would be on the hook for that kind of responsibility when we should be hiring people and providing jobs and focus on growing our businesses during these challenging times. This is exactly why we formed the Small Business Alliance here in San Francisco, to speak to issues like this, to reach out to our local officials and let them know that small businesses are not in a position to be paying back rents. We're not in a position to be paying taxes. You know, we are all hurting just to survive. 50% of us have closed permanently. I expect a huge percentage of us, if not 25 to 50% of us, of our small businesses to continue to close throughout the winter months here in San Francisco. Here we are at Noe Valley Town Square in San Francisco, California. A piece of advice I would give to all small businesses throughout the Bay Area who are struggling to find their way. I know at the beginning of this, you feel like the weight of the world is on your chest and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, we formed a coalition for our fitness studios, and that really helped us unite and have our voice clearly defined and articulated, and people started to listen. And through forming this Small Business Alliance, I can tell you, it doesn't matter if it's a hair salon or a massage place or a fitness studio or a restaurant. Coming together is really your key to success, to really getting what you need and getting your voice heard. You know, on a singular level, something I've noticed is city officials, they see me as a personal trainer. They don't see me as a small business owner. They don't see my friend Candace, who runs a spa, as a small business owner. They see her as a masseuse. When you come together as a coalition or an alliance with a bunch of small businesses, they have to listen to you. They have to understand that your issues and your concerns are real and that they're dire. So I strongly recommend any small businesses throughout the entire Bay Area community, stop commiserating by yourself and with your friends and complaining. Start commiserating with other small business owners and start forming a bond and start forming a group. And then you will actually gain some ground and accomplish what you're looking for, which I know is relief and support and just someone to listen and understand your needs.
Okay, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you sense the urgency in the next 2 months, not to mention the next 4 months, particularly for those of you that are in traditional retail. So thanks again for Rory for going on camera with us. He was a fantastic interview as always. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, your local small business development center. Ours is in Santa Cruz at santacruzsbdc.org. But if you are in Monterey County, just go to calcoastalsbdc.com. If you're throughout Northern California, just go to asksbdc.com to find yours. So until the next episode, go to bryceroot.com. Lots of resources for you, the small business owner, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So until next time, be sure to go big with your business, and we'll see you next time.